Hey traders, John Howell here, officialjohnhowell.com, and in this video I'm just going to give you a quick update on what I'm seeing on the Dow Jones Industrial Average chart. Before I get into this chart here, make sure that you don't take it. Basically, this is general advice only. Do not take a trade based on what I'm saying here right now. It's important that you actually have a system around getting in, getting out, cutting your losses short, letting your wins run, having a coach there, all these different ingredients, overcoming fear and greed and the ego, and all these different things that come into actually what I call a good trader. Now, a good trader understands that he makes mistakes and he needs to overcome those mistakes, and most traders don't understand that they're actually making those mistakes. Now, if you're interested in learning about the top 30 mistakes that most traders make, then click on that button up here and it'll take you over to the next page. Anyway, let's get into this into the Dow Jones Industrial Average chart now. So what I'm seeing here on the Dow Jones chart, we can actually see if I draw a trend line from here down through to here. Let's just squeeze it up a bit more. You can actually see, and what I like to do is I actually like to draw the bar on the closes. So some people say, okay, John, do it if I create a parallel trend line. Some people say, oh, John, I like to draw it on the highs through here. You know, like through probably around about through there. You can see how it's hitting up the highs up here. It's hitting the high here, hitting the high here, hitting the high here, and it's just it's actually closed above there as well too. But the thing is that looking at this chart here, is that if we look at this, I personally like to say, okay, because for me the closing or the sort of the range, and if you actually change, it's very easy to see it on a candlestick chart as well. So it's more like the range of the bar itself, you know what I mean, like the solid range, not the wicks, but you sort of say, okay, where was the open and closes, and then that's where you're sort of drawing it there, because you notice that what I'm looking at, I'm saying, okay, couldn't close above here, couldn't close above here, couldn't close above here, couldn't close above here, couldn't close above here. Now it closed above here. All right. Now I just like to look at, you can see I just like to use open, highlight, close charts. I do sometimes look at candles if I'm having problems seeing it, but yeah, I just use the open, highlight, close chart to actually identify that. Now, looking at this chart here, you can see we've had a massive update today. We've really just exploded out of nowhere, and it's taken to the high side. Now, looking at this overall chart, and again, we just got to keep flowing with the momentum. Now, I was looking at yesterday, I was like, okay, this actually could be a bear flag through here, okay? A bear flag through here. And on the S&P 500, I was waiting for the breakdown through here, and then it continued down. But the breakdown didn't happen, and then it continued running to the high side. So sometimes we say, okay, this is a bear flag. It looks like it's very, very weak, so on and so forth. And this here looked like a very, very nice bear flag for me. And some people say, John, why don't you just enter here? Why don't you just enter here on the bear flag and then enjoy the profits down? Well, this is a good example. You can see it actually did not confirm. It did not actually break down. It did not actually confirm the bear flag. If you know what a bear flag is, and this here was like a bear flag formation, and it didn't confirm, it just broke out. And this is the reason why, guys, if you're trading a bear flag system, or you're trading any system, always wait for the confirmation first, then get in. Okay, confirmation first, then get in. It's really, really important. And I was actually talking to someone on my Facebook page yesterday, and I was still talking about that. Anyway, so seeing right now, we're seeing where we closed up just above here, and that is looking very, very, very bullish right now. And so so right now, guys, what we're actually seeing is we're actually seeing a very overall sideways sort of market here, aren't we? If we draw another trend line up the top here, you can see basically from there to there, that's where it's been for the last couple of days. So we're really going on a massive overall sort of really overall sideways movement through here. So, but looking through here, we had a massive update. And so, you know, it does look like we're going to get another update tomorrow, moving forward after this big update. But it does look like the ranges are getting very wide. The bar's getting very wide, and it looks like it's going to move to the high side. Now, just a quick look on the weekly chart here, guys. Let's just have a quick look on the weekly chart, and we'll wrap things up. So, looking on the weekly chart, we can see that we're still in this overall long-term channel to the high side. You can see that there. Okay, you see this massive sort of big channel we're still in on the bigger picture here now. okay, and we still see that we're in this picture right now, and you can see lately it's been struggling to go. It's just basically sideways now, and it's sort of just, it's very, very indecisive of what it wants to do, where it wants to go. But if you have a look at, once again, if you look at the peaks and troughs, they will set you free. Trough, peak, this is a lower trough, did not give us a lower peak. Higher trough, we had a higher peak, higher trough, we had a higher peak, and now we might be forming a higher trough. So the troughs are still higher, meaning overall long-term buying movement is upwards. Okay, the long-term buying movement is still strength. As if we start to break this low through here on the Dow Jones, that's when we could probably see a big drop down to this trend line here. And if we break out this low through here, that's when we see a big drop down. Okay, but for now, you just got to keep the eye on the overall bigger picture, and that's what we did on the daily chart. Alright guys, that's it for me. Once again, if you're interested in learning, or every single trader needs to know the biggest mistakes that most traders make in the markets. That 95% of all traders lose money in the markets. It's important that you actually understand and you actually go through in your detail and you walk through. That's the reason why I've created a free video that walks you through every single of these top 13 biggest mistakes that most traders make. This is just not my mistakes that I've made over the last 10 years of my trading career, but it's also the mistakes that I've learned from my mentors who make millions of dollars per year. Okay, so to grab that, all you need to do is click on this button, or click on this button up here, and that will take you over to the next page where you can watch that free video. Alright guys, John Howell here, officialjohnhowell.com. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.